some reason. Hold on. Might be me after all. Try it now. I think the YouTube should work. Sorry about that. See how quickly I just want to blame YouTube? Just because they changed something that I can't change anymore. It's all their fault. All right. Good now. Okay, thanks. So, good morning. Gonna just jump in here. Well, look at that market gapping up. Not to a new high. Hey, Sean, good morning. Morning, Farman. Ralph, John, thanks for the list. Hey, Rabbits. Morning, Tom. FSLY, back to the gap. Yeah, it is gapping up, isn't it? ARM, good morning. All right. Uh, so SPY, no new high, and we really look like we're going to set a short-term little top. I mean, it hadn't happened yet, but we have a doji bar after 5 days up to new highs. Pretty far up there. I mean, this doesn't stop until it stops, but it certainly could stop today. If we get under yesterday's low, the problem is that's still $3 away, so there's a lot to be done before then. So hourly also 346. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. So there's just all demand here down to yesterday's low. But I'm just going to go with no bias this morning. I mean, everything's still bullish, but I just look at the chart, 5 days up in a doji bar. Just, I'm thinking lower, but I can't have that bias yet. And Q's similar. I mean, Q's got a little red bar yesterday with a little bottoming tail, so one offsets the other. And now gapping up about $1 shy of yesterday's high. So 20 MA not as far away on the Qs. So, but bullish with an asterisk today. How's that? ZM, morning, Ash. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. New highs. Oh wait, no new high yet. It is gapping up, but it kind of needs, to me anyway, needs 302 to be clear. I'll put it on the list though. Maybe get something later. All right. Um, let's look. There's a dozen earnings. A couple of them are okay, like Dell. Dell gapping to new highs, 2-month base, so good breakout. And its earnings. So I like Dell higher. It's been a little all over the place this morning, though. I mean, it was as high as 67 last night about 4:30. Wasn't even last night. Then all the way down to 62 later last night. So it's been all over. The FSLY, I don't think there's any catalyst on this, and I'd like to see it over 100. For gapping over 100 would be I think a nice play, but it's definitely bullish. HIBB is earnings and a few days up and now another new high. Tough one to play. Goes on the list though. I'm not sure which way it is. Could make an argument either way on this. Hourly breakout to new highs, but multiple days up on the daily. So I'd be careful with it. HBQ right into the prior high. It is earnings. And there's certainly room above if it can get through. So again, another one that's not too convincing, but could go somewhere. A lot of those are like that today. I think the Dell so far is the most interesting. MRVL to 3630. So no new high there. And it's been a big zigzag in the post pre-market. I'm going to list it anyway because there's room. This NSYS, I don't know what this is, but it's something big. The thing used to do 700 shares a day last week. And now it's done 6 million in the pre-market after a 200 perk up day yesterday. And gapping over all the prior highs except for last November. So I'm going to watch that. Now this will likely encounter selling because it's been so beat up, but there's some driving force here. I'm going to hopefully have a minute to look it up unless somebody knows it. And then NTNX. This one is earnings. No, gapping right into supply. Kind of a tough fade though. It's going to have demand. So another one that is in play, but I'm really not sure which way. PAGS is earnings. Not really gapping enough. I'll leave that off. RCL, along with the airlines, like Sean's pointing out, all seem to be up because they've been down so long. And then Alta, nice gap to supply. I like Alta to fade. And it's bullish, but going right to supply. So Alta and Dell so far are the ones I like. Vive, a lot like Dell, just a bigger gap. It's earnings, it's all new highs. VMware also earnings, but not a good clue with the gap. It was over 150 briefly, just after it reported yesterday. And if it were up there, it'd be bullish, but it's not. It's back inside yesterday's topping tail. That said, I'm going to list it anyway because once it catches it, it may go somewhere. And W day, wow. That is just clearing out everything. New weekly highs by $19. It's a little novice, big bars, big volume, big gap. And XPEV looks like it opened yesterday. Did a nosedive. And now back to mid-range. That's probably higher. Bulk of the body under it. And then ZM we looked at. Yeah, not quite gapping enough for me, but it is bullish. NSYS 15-year option lease. Oh. Thanks, Tom. I'm not sure what it means, though. Oh, a lease agreement. I see. Doesn't doesn't seem like something that would double the price and 1,000 times the volume. All right, Big supposed to report this morning. Looks like it may have. It rallied last night. It's falling this morning, so I'll put it on the list, but it's really not so interesting. And then Bill taking out yesterday's green bar on earnings. So a little bit of a surprise there. Still has demand at 98, but these will usually push down. I mean, 20 MA is 95. GPS also earnings was up last night and up a couple of dollars and now down. Yesterday's low 1711. Yesterday's post market though 1673. So this looks lower. It's got some room to drop too. OKTA also on the earnings list. Gapping about $6, but right to demand. Good volume, big spread. I'm gonna skip that for the open. And Ollie, between 103 and 102. If Ollie cracks this base, that could really fall. But until it does, it's really nothing. PHX. This looks like some gas pipeline that sprung a leak. Gapping to all-time lows under the base. Little spready for a $2 stock, but I'm gonna put it on the list. PLT, I don't know the catalyst here. This is a nice gap to demand though. Could see some pushback higher on that. I don't know the catalyst though. I'll put it on the list. And then VIRT not really gapping. So I'm going to add the OKTA because I got room. Watching PVH today, Tom is. Yeah, it looks poised higher. Weekly, daily. All right, so my favorites here are Dell and Alta and maybe W day to fade. I have some interest in BIL lower and GPS if it could downtrend, but right now it's still holding strong. And the same thing with this PHX. If it can show it's going to trade and, trade with weakness. But my favorites are W Day, Alta, and Dell. And there's one more that's got a nice breakout, Vive. All right. I think John, Riskman's got favorites, Dell, NTNX, Alta, Vive, Workday. Yeah, familiar. And John's got Dell, Vive, NTNX, Alta, W Day, and Ollie and Bill. All right, ready. Vive is really pushing higher right now, all morning at a $10 rally. So I'd hold off on any immediate plays on this because of the quick $10. Dell is bullish, but hasn't had the big push. All right, so unless some nice fadey entry comes along in Alta or W Day, I'm probably just gonna watch the first 10 minutes or so. I guess Dell could be a play too if it shows a do it now entry. And NTX has been falling into the open after putting up maybe a $26 high in the post market. But well, where is it now? 24. Yeah, this is more likely a good long though. I don't have as good a read on this one. All right, should open any second. One minute chart on my gray. Alta first move is up. Long or short, power man? What do you think? John's got a Dell call right here, 65.80 by 50. It's high a day, low a day. I'm gonna wait, but it may be the best entry all day if it's gonna push. Okay, big does gap down. W day pushing higher for now, but way up there. Okay, VMware is lower. Vive could be higher here. Oh, this is the one that just won $10 though. All right, Alta's a short. Gonna need some room though. I'm in just an eatsy bit. I don't really have an entry. The entry was 252.50. I'm $1 late, but I'm in a little bit of Alta short. Stop about 257, and still looking for a callable entry. Every day stop big. Wow, things really going. V really looks like a long. Alta can add under low a day, or we get a sell setup. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about Alta right into supply. That and a $20 gap. I'd say about 240, and 230 would be the huge O target. But, oh, so you are looking long, Farman. Yeah, that's why I was asking. Wow, look at that. HIBB could be a long, but gap not great. I like HPQ higher. Right in here, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not the greatest gap to be buying this pullback, but it did hit demand and it is making the pivot. And NTX also pushed up nicely. Yeah, B heading down. And I think WD is going to fall too. Now here's a little more entry in Alta. Yeah, if Alta can get the new low, stop for me is down to 252 something. Could maybe be there now, but that was the test of the VWAP and so far held it fine. BLT trying to rally, not surprising. OPHX tried to rally. Huh. Pre-market low 176. The high at 20 cents, so it's only 1 R to the pre-market low. Well, otherwise I like this lower. Short big? Yeah, big's a good looking short. Ring it's on it. Got the little sell set up and then low a day. Yeah, you did get a nice drop in the Alta. I'm gonna put the stop about 253 now. So it won't hurt if it doesn't work. Not that it ever hurts, but ooh, darn it. I accidentally closed it. Hate when I do that. Okay, so I'm looking for a get back in on Alta. Okay. And stop is yeah, it could be 252. I'm just giving a little extra, but yeah, 252 pretty solid there. All right, PLT worked on a short like this PHX. Big got the drop, gonna set up yet again. WD still no give back. And VMware's flaky. Vive can't rally. Alta sitting there at the lows. NTNX heading for that 200 MA. It's almost there though. And this NSYS getting faded. Hey, HPQ worked on the buy setup. And Dell is going higher. Yeah, I think we're all looking at Alta. Not looking. Well, if it trades up, you don't necessarily get in. You gotta look at the open. Netflix. Yeah, it looks like a long. Nice hourly. And market's bullish. Can't fall. Tried. All right, so Dell on pullbacks. HPQ is set up again on a 1 minute buy. 27 by 16. That could work. I'm gonna do some Dell here. Got a 10-cent stop. Over 27 though. All right, now scalp it back to high a day and then look for some more. Maybe not gonna work. Back to the VWAP though, if it can hold it. Ollie is lower. Ollie broke that base. Big spread though. Are you scaling out of Alta? Oh, FedEx. Yeah, FDX super strong. Okay, Dell trying to hold. I mean, HBQ trying to hold. So stop was good. 1942 would be a front target. Actually, it's maybe an all target. That's the prior high. In any event, that's a target. All or half. And PLT working great. Big is doing well too. If you took it on ring, it's mentioned. It came back, but now lower. Q's coming in. Yeah, through the low. Piton? Oh yeah, nice breakout. Wow. Good gap and nice second breakout here. Yeah, Piton is pretty good. And Sean likes Nugget. Roku for Parman. Yeah, that's another bullish one. All right, HPQ hit a target one. And I'm going to give it 1915 and, see if it can continue higher on a hold half. There's a lot of room if it can get up here. I mean, it could see $20 pretty easily. This is the play yesterday on the airplane that I thought. So I saw it again today on HPQ and just didn't think. And, there you go. I think it was Delta or something I saw it on yesterday. It's the exact same play. My old business partner kept wanting me to be a politician. I can't tell if he just wanted to get rid of me or he thought it. His dad was a U.S. congressman, and he said, my God's got nothing on you. You should just go for that. But I never had the big interest. Hey, look at that HPQ go. All right, so just put a 3-4 cent trail on it now, and that'll be it. That's what I'm gonna do anyway. I'm gonna give it a nickel on a trail and just let it trail out if it. That's a nice push and it's quick with a little volume. So I don't want to pull back now. You can buy it again on a pullback. It certainly got a lot more room, but so trail now about 1959, and I'm just gonna try and ride it up here. Tesla, yeah, almost 2,300, man. All right, I'm out of HPQ. Pretty good trade. Imagine if you took the retest right there on HPQ. You could have had it with a nickel stop. Right into the VWAP. See that? Two chances, 17 and 17, holding the 16 right there at 944. Actually, you did it at, 19 at 943 as well. Some nice chances in that if you do that play. All right, and Dell looks good too. It's a breakout. Dell's not even coming back to the VWAP, but looks higher. HPQ, yeah, if you held on, 53 would be the trail. Ollie, I guess, didn't break support. It looked like it, but came right back. And Big's got another sell setup coming. It did hit a nice low. Still got that 20 MA though at 49 something. And Alta has a nice trail stop now at 248, which is what I'm going to do, and just let it play down to wherever that was. We all had the same number, I think. Yeah, 240, 237 or so. Bottom of this red bar that broke through back in June. All right, so good little start. Wow, you had the big Alta play. Yeah, that's nice. I can't take size in Alta. It's too jumpy and big and floppy for me. Wow, look at the piton. Nice call, ring it. Had that right there, at 75, $3. Yeah, I had it at a $6 R for some reason. I guess you did it before me. I waited a second. Yeah, I think I had a $6 stop on Alta. That's what I was figuring anyway. Yeah, because I didn't take it until the second entry at 250, and the stop was 256. So sure, if you took it right off or got the first 1 minute low, 252 by 2, that was 350. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I just didn't take it to the second entry. Yep. Nice call or nice play. I don't We were all looking at it. Everybody did Alta, right? Did anybody not do Alta? In fact, I'm closing a little bit here. We just might have hit well, we didn't quite hit it. Tom did not. Who did Alta? Ravis did. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I just underneath that bar. Jeff, I got in the 253.22. Right? I had it in at 253.48 as a market stop loss, and so whatever that is.
Yeah, right there's
Yeah,
the 1 minute low. That's what he's saying.
it was a typical entry, right? It was just give me a little green, and it did. You know, I'm looking for around 230 on the last piece they got, and you know, we'll see what happens. That 230 area is sort of like the one that looks really good. I expect this market to, I was hoping it would come in. It's a little too strong, so it's not helping. But any 5 minute buy setup that it comes in here, I will go over it. But right now it's power trend, right? So I'm just leaving it. You do a Dell, Rob?
I didn't do Dell. I just did HPQ.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice HPQ. The Dell, I thought it was too strong for me. You know, it's sort of like market was coming down a little bit. It was actually popping. So, but the Dell is working. If you took it on the failed going higher here.
Oh yeah, for lower. Yeah, it could have done Dell right in here, but it happened wham bam so fast. Um, just just wasn't into that. But HPQ had my entry, so.
Yeah, whatever. Work.
And that one yesterday, what was that one? You had it first, RM. It's the one I followed in.
You talking about Q Dell?
No.
No?
What was
Well,
the fade yesterday? BDX. Got
oh,
right
yeah.
to the
Well,
247, actually 248.
yeah, I don't think was PDF yesterday? I
Yeah, it
think
was
so.
yesterday.
All right.
It was my save the day play. I held the whole thing to 247.
You're the man. So I did Q Dell. I mentioned Q Dell, and it was just, it was, yeah, it was a perfect play. But,
Yeah, early. Yeah, if you did it early.
what, Q Dell? No, Q Dell had like three entries. Obviously, if you did a
Oh, for
fade.
the fade, I see. You took it back the other way. I
I took it,
see.
yeah, I know. I couldn't take it long. I couldn't take it short because the entries were so sloppy. But on the way up, the entry was like butter. It was just like it stopped going down at the right area, and all of them kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, let's find something else.
All right.
We
What's
got Zoom here. Zoom does not look bad. Um, I would like this market to go puke. This is an area where the market could puke. Um, it's sort of creeping. It looks strongish, right? But if you're going to short, this is the area. right? And then if it comes up, then we stop buying. So this is not a bad area to short, guys, right? It's an okay area to short, right? Market doesn't look particularly anything.
GPS needs an entry, but I think it's going to fall. It just can't do it here. And big if it could get back under 5160, but kind of hit, got close enough to that 200 MA. V faded the whole way. That's what we want from Alta, is the all the way fade. Uh, one, 1 second. All right, RM's covered more at 241. All right,
Yeah, this is an area where I expect it to bounce, and this is kind of if I like this long, which is not bad. This is the area where the market is looking to go higher. It refuses to drop. Um, I'm not sure it's going to go anywhere, but right now it's refusing to drop. So I am mostly out of Volta, right? Uh, the other one is 247.50 is kind of my other stop, but I'm mostly out there, right? So actually I said 5R, I typed 5R, it was actually 4R, so I'm blacking it, but it's okay. I really don't see this market doing much, right? I have a bearish mindset. It's just I thought the market could pop and then it could drop, but right now it's not popping, and so we'll see what gets wrong.
could do Dell long. I don't particularly want to, but it's got a setup.
Yeah, I missed the V. Look at that V. Missed it. It was not a bad entry.
V? I'm not watching it. Yeah, V was good. And HPQ is still going higher if you held any. I intended to hold this, but then when we get those five, the big bar like that on volume, way up there, I just, don't want to keep holding on at that point. If it's target one, it's fine, but if it's target two, I just, want to trail it. And it would have taken another 20 cents. Now it looks higher again if you want back in, or the back in point was maybe 10 cents ago. But that was a scalp and it worked just like a scalp. All right, I got to take care of something, so I'm going to walk off for a little bit. Um, I'm
Okay,
ho
Rob.
I'm holding a little bit of Alta as well, and I'll be back in a bit. Got something important to do though. Okay, thanks everybody. Nice morning.
I just